Coming up next, we're going to talk with Chandler Powell. He's the owner of Servant Farm. It's a farm that practices faith-based farming. That way he can grow produce for his communities in Tennessee. Well, if there's one thing on this show that we always emphasize is that there's only one way to farm, one way and no other. So you don't want to deviate from that one way. And our guest today completely agrees with that. Today we're talking with Chandler Powell from Lebanon, Tennessee. You agree, right?
Oh, yeah,
only one way.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You're a first-generation farmer, so you didn't grow up on a farm.
No, did mainly some like hobby farming, you know, like everybody in the family had a little bit of land and dabbled in a garden, dabbled with a cow or two, but nothing real serious until, you know, I came along, so.
Tell me about how when you first started and would you just knock on people's door and say, hey, I want to use your yard?
Yeah, so when I was in college, you know, I majored in agriculture at Middle Tennessee State University. And so what I tried to figure out was, you know, I don't have a lot of land and I don't have a lot of equipment. And so doing farming one way just wasn't going to be in the cards for me and make any kind of profit.
Yeah.
And I kind of looked at it a different way because my family was always in construction. And so they always looked at everything by the square foot. And so, you know, in farming, we tend to think of things by the acre or by the field. And so I thought, well, what if I looked at these fields by the square foot? What can I do to generate the most money off of a square foot? And I remember my professor had told us one day that most of America's land is in yards. It's people's yards.
It's supposed to be the biggest crop,
yeah,
right?
Just, you know, lawn mowing. So I thought, what if I introduced this to a person like, hey, I'll take care of your yard and grow crops, and I'll just give you some of the vegetables and maintain your yard for letting me grow in your yard.
Oh, you'd have to mow the rest of their yard too?
Yeah, I'd take off the edges, you know, and keep it mowed pretty good.
Yeah.
But then I'd dedicate certain amounts that they would allow me to vegetable crops. And I'd gotten up to about 5 or 6 yards at the peak of it.
And what were you growing?
A lot of quick growing crops. Our number one crop to this day is tomatoes. It's kind of what we're known for. We grow about 3,000 tomato plants.
The Roundup Ready tomatoes?
No,
those are good.
They're a little bit rougher to grow than the Roundup stuff. It's a little bit more tricky. A lot of weed pulling, but we like to do the slicers. So we'll do 3 varieties of slicers: a red, a pink, and then an heirloom.
And you were making money at this?
Yes, I was actually making a profit every year, which I thought was interesting because, you know, going to school, learning in college, you know, the main thing the professors tell you is that, you know, most farmers don't make a profit. They show a loss.
Good night. No, we don't.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm showing a profit every year.
Yeah. How long have you been married?
I've been married since 2019.
Okay, and you were telling me earlier that the only reason you married your wife is because she had ground, right?
Yeah, well, that actually ended up being a blessing that we weren't aware of at the time.
Damn right.
So, my wife Jenna, she, you know, we met in high school, and this is Jenna right here. So, we had gotten married and were renting a place, and then her grandma had said, hey, you know, I've got this farm that needs to be taken care of. There's an old farmhouse on it.
You claim you didn't know about it.
And I was like, I mean, we can move in there if you'd like. I'd like to use the ground, you know, because I was like, I went at 5 different places, and I would love to be at one. And so we get over there, and it ends up being a massive farm, and, you know.
I think you had it all figured out.
And that's kind of like a big thing.
By ignoring my questions isn't going to change it.
But, I mean, no one ever really mentioned it. I was surprised that would be like the number one thing I mentioned about myself, you know, being inclined in this, but I guess no one else was interested in it, so.
So the Servant Farms, you're a Christian.
Yes, absolutely.
And you look at farming going hand in hand as being a Christian, right?
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of agriculture in the Bible, and it's something that, you know, Jesus speaks about a lot in his parables. And, you know, if you look at it for the spiritual aspects, obviously, it's great, but the actual agricultural things he's talking about, they actually make a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
You know, rotating your ground.
The Old Testament, Leviticus. I mean, when I read that, I mean, this is like agronomy 101.
Yeah, I mean, if you follow that, your land's going to be pretty good. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to let things rest and things like that.
But that's I joke about there's only one way to farm. That's generally we have gotten past that, but you're looking at that as the way that you want to treat your ground?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, letting things rest, rotating things, moving animals and plants, letting them work together, having a lot of different irons in the fire, I guess you could say, is key for us.
The restaurants and the Snow White and stuff, are they requiring food that is grown in your style, the more natural?
Yeah, so they the reason they approached me is, they kind of reached out and said, our customers are wanting this type of style of food, a more organic approach, a more local approach, and your name keeps being brought up by customers.
Gotcha.
And so that was really, an honor that they would hear about me in that way.
Yeah.
So.
You're an ag teacher?
Absolutely, yeah. Ag teacher at Watertown High School. So that's been great. Been there 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
It's really great. Yeah, I try to get as many kids out on the farm as possible because a lot of them have never had that experience, never had that. I didn't grow up, making money farming, but, my uncles had cows and we had a garden and things like that. And there's some kids, they've never seen a cow, never seen a tomato plant, you know? So it helps to have them come out, actually see it, get in the dirt, experience it, show them how important it really is.
So tell me what it means to you and your wife to keep Christ as the center of your farm.
Absolutely. We see it as, the servant farms aspect of it. It's in Matthew 24, the parable where he talks about, the master's gone away and he's left them with a little bit. And when he comes back, he expects them to have done something with it. The one that didn't do anything with it, he didn't treat him too good.
Yeah.
So he expects us to do something with the gifts that he's given us, and teaching kids and teaching others about farming and faith and providing fresh, good, nutritious food for the people in our community. I think that's a gift that he's given us, and so we really feel led to do something with that.
If people want to find you, social media or website, any of that stuff, where would they go?
So we have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff at Servant Farms. And all our items are on there. And like Demeter's Commons is a place that we sell. We sell at several farmers markets throughout the year. And our website's linked to our Instagram.
Well, Chandler, I want to thank you for coming in because agriculture thrives on being different and diversity. And the way you farm, completely different than the way I farm, which is fantastic. We're both feeding people. We're both creating a world where people can get nutrients and sustenance. And it's been a pleasure to talk to you. And it's fantastic that you always remember, the Christ-centered farming and all that. It's fun to talk to people like yourself. So
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming in.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thanks for spending time with us on Shark Farmer TV. For more stories about people in agriculture, catch my shows on Rural Radio, Channel 147, Sirius XM. There's more in-depth discussion on my podcast, and of course, you can always check out previous episodes of this show on my YouTube channel. Find out more at sharkfarmer.com.
It ends up being a massive farm, and compared to what I've been dealing with.
So I'm not buying it.
So
I'm not buying it, man.
So
you're all like,
surprised.
surprise. No, I think you had it all figured out.
No one's ever really mentioned it, and that's kind of like a big thing.
Ignoring my questions isn't going to change it.